Alright, so over the course of the last few years, since these transporters, these Team Transport Hot Wheels have started hitting shelves, I've bought most of them. Not every single one, but I bought most of them. I'm only missing a couple. And I have picked up some of the recent ones in recent months. And the most recent is this guy, number 32, which is a 32 Ford on an old pre-war looking truck. That's the one I'm most excited about to open. But I thought, I kept saying to myself that I would wait to open them so that I would have one big video with, a good collection of them. And then the other day I realized that there's 9 unopened ones sitting in my closet, and some of them have been sitting there for over a year. So here goes, let's crack all these things open. Alright, I'm going to go mostly in order. So we have 14, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 32. Let's open up this guy. So this is the Jaguar lightweight E-Type from a couple of years ago. I did finally get around to buying this one, even though I kind of hate it. The car's awesome, the Jaguar E-Type, and its lightweight configuration is pretty cool. But this truck, what is this generic 1990s junkyard rollback piece of garbage doing with Jaguar logos carrying a 1960s race car? It just makes no sense to me. I don't know. I don't like this truck. It's cool that they go together well. Obviously the Jaguar Leaper on the side of it's awesome, but I'm not a fan of this one, to be honest with you. Alright, moving right along. Alright, so this is the Gasser Comet, 1965 Mercury Comet Cyclone. Believe it probably would be a Caliente as well, which is I believe it's the hottest model of the Mercury Cyclone from those years. This thing is absolutely awesome. Again, I wish Hot Wheels did a little bit nicer job trying to integrate the front Gasser suspension, but that aside, this thing's cool. Anything mid-60s is awesome. And then, of course, Gassers are really hot right now, which I like Gassers and all, but if this thing was Pro Street, if it was stock, it just doesn't matter. Any 64 Comet is awesome. Altered wheelbase would have been awesome too, which Hot Wheels has done a couple of. Alright. Pretty cool. And it's the same Ford C800, C600, whatever it is. C800. Still don't understand this at all. It makes no sense to me, but whatever. It's a good pair. Yeah, see, this makes no sense now. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know why we needed this seesaw bullshit on the back of this truck. I've never understood that. I didn't understand that when they did it the first time, which was with the Ford Galaxy, was it? That was also a 64, I believe. 1964 Galaxy. I don't get this at all. I don't know. I'm tempted to just fix this by getting rid of it. Just getting rid of all of this. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. So anyway, by the way, nice job on the side view mirrors, Hot Wheels. I will give you credit for that. So overall, pretty cool. That wasn't a casting I was about to pass up on. Alright, next. We've got the VW Baja Bug. This is cool. Even though this nonsense is a bit silly. Just giant basket around the engine. It's too bulky. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. I don't get it. But this is pretty cool. And look at that. They even molded in tires over here. Down South Buggin. K&N, Coney, Goodyear. A bunch of sponsors. Very cool. This was a tough one to find for a while there. Very cool. Kind of awesome and also kind of dumb because the Beetle is way too heavy and bulky and big and long for it to be on the back of a VW flatbed that doesn't even have a... I mean, the wheelbase isn't even lengthened on this thing. Maisto did a nice version of a transporter with a rollback, that's a rollback truck, but it makes a little more sense. It's also got 3 axles. But that being said, this thing is pretty awesome. And again, Moon equipment, you can't go wrong. Very cool. Okay, up next, Jaguar Corvette with a generic 1970s/1980s box and box truck car carrier. The Corvette's absolutely awesome. It says 65 on it. That looks to be about right. Obviously, it's not a 64. There's no split window. It's basically a Grand Sport coupe in a way. It says custom Corvette Stingray coupe. This one's nice. Good combination. Wheels, tires, the paint job. Nice. They did a good job with this one. Truck's kind of boring. The car itself is awesome. I do really like this thing, but, you know, it's not as exciting as it could have been. Again, if it was on a 1960s General Motors Cracker Jack box truck or something, I don't know. They could have done better, but I get it. Next up, no idea why they call this thing Horizon Hauler, but you know what? Honestly, I do appreciate that they did something different and unique. It looks to be kind of wacky, almost. To me, it comes across like something from Japan, this truck. It's pretty funky. Or even a little Russian, to be honest. Anyway. It's pretty cool. Nice details. I like the fact that they're pink with white wheels, both the truck and the car. The car itself is pretty awesome. It's not called Swinging Thing for no reason. It is a Dodge Dart Swinger. So that's pretty cool. This is supposedly 1968 Dodge Dart Swinger. Swinging Thing. The pink and the white actually looks pretty awesome. That is pretty cool. Alright, next up, this one's awesome. The Lancia Delta Type 37 rally car. And I was crazy excited to see this in the premium line, and I had no idea that just a few months later they would do it as a team transporter car in Gulf colors. So this is kind of a trifecta of awesomeness. Not only is it a rally car, but it's one of my favorite launches, and it's in Gulf colors. So let's crack this one open. How cool is this thing? If you don't know anything about this car, or if you know the basics, but you haven't seen one up close, see one for real, if it's sort of just one of those weird European cars that you don't really care about, I strongly suggest you go watch Jay Leno's garage video about the Type 37 Delta, this was the heyday of Group B racing with rally cars in the 1980s in Europe. And of course, this exact car, this model of the Delta with its crazy longitudinally mounted engine in the rear, where the back seat should have been, with a supercharger and a turbocharger. This car was one of the reasons Group B got canceled, and many would say the main reason. A horrific crash occurred in 1986 and essentially shut down the entire thing. I do like this truck. So I guess this is what I would call weird fantasy retro done right by Hot Wheels. It's not a real truck. It's some generic nonsense that they hobble together. But the styling and the overall feel of it looks like something from the late 70s, early 80s in Europe. Some weird looking team transport, Scania, I don't know, whatever. Just some weird truck that you'd see in Europe at the racetrack. In that sense, I give them credit for doing a good job with this one. Let's see, this thing goes right inside. Euro Holler. And of course, for most of you that watch these videos of mine probably know this already, but this truck, this box van looking RV car carrier, debuted with the Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing. That was the first time that we saw that casting. All right, so unlike people who just call everything Godzilla, the Skyline GTR R30 and R32 are where the Godzilla thing came into being, from what I understand. This is a great casting. It has side view mirrors. That's something you guys constantly hear me complaining about. It's pretty cool. Great set of wheels. I do love these new wheels. I think they fit these cars perfectly. These Nissans and Porsches and Corvettes and BMWs, they benefit from these wheels greatly. It does look awesome. Number 32 there is there to signify the R32 chassis of the Skyline. And of course, it is right-hand drive, as it should be. There was never such a thing as an R32 or even R30 or 33, 34, 35. None of those cars had, R35. The current, what's not even called the Skyline, has left-hand drive variants, but everything up to the 34, it was right-hand drive only for the domestic market in Japan, New Zealand, Australia, and a few other countries. So, Advan Tire Company, pretty cool. And we're down to our last one, and this one I am crazy excited about. I love this combo. Absolutely A+ on this one. By the way, I did see the BMW recently. Did not purchase it. It was tempting, but I did not buy it. I did not see the Challenger SRT Demon Rig. I definitely, absolutely want that one. I'm probably going to pass on the Baja Bug. I mean, it's this truck with this casting of a Baja Beetle. I don't know. I'm not going to buy every single variation of these. I'm just not. It's getting ridiculous. Hot Wheels is really going a little crazy with these things. So let's check this thing out. I thought that the bed would roll back. It does not. It does not slide off the back. It's called Speedways. One really cool thing, so the bed's metal. This is pretty awesome, guys. There's a metal bed. Very little plastic on this casting, but look at that grille and pre-war headlights. I mean, damn, the fenders on the back. The wheel choice is absolutely awesome. It's got the running lights up top, the cab lights. The fuel tank is even sticking out here on the side with the toolbox. I don't know, airbag suspension, is that what we're looking at here? Classic leaf springs. This thing's incredible. Very, very, very awesome. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. And of course, the 32 Ford is pretty awesome. I hope they do a Moon Eye version of this exact casting. Like if they do release this with Moon Eye's logos, 100% I will jump on board with that. Or something else, I don't know. Perhaps a primer gray cab, flat black for the fenders and the rollback. And then maybe this guy could be blue with traditional flames, scallops, I don't know, something. This is awesome. This is one of the coolest things Hot Wheels has done in a long time. One of my favorite products that Hot Wheels has put out in the past year. As a big fan of pre-war cars, hot rods, car culture, and actual, real, genuine-looking hot rods, this thing is awesome. It is so great. Absolutely love it. That Plancha that one made me excited. This car carrier made me really, really excited. And then when I saw this, one of those press release photos or whatever it was that somebody posted on Instagram, I was over the moon for it. Alright, there you go. 9 of some of the most recent, and in a couple of cases older, team transport trucks with their respective race cars. Very, very cool.